People of the world, happy June. It's June 1st, and this is What the Fun Cast. This is episode 116. I'm Paul. Joining me is Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed. How are you?
That's me. I'm okay. I could be better, but it's fine. I'll get through it. I'm living.
It's like you had the whole thing staged.
No.
I'm okay. I'll get through it, but it's okay.
I was giving an honest response.
Yeah, it was. Ahmed's tired. He's moody. He's cranky, but it's okay. He's here for it. He's an actor, so he's a certified actor straight from Hollywood.
I did take an acting class one time. I wasn't very good. I got a B plus in it. How do you?
That's fine. A B plus is better than a C.
It was because I didn't do one of the readings. I just didn't want to.
Oh, so well, I mean that makes sense. See, so whatever. There's no required reading here, only required writing here. So and copying and pasting.
Writing. Yeah, I think it was just because this past Memorial Day weekend was so like rainy and garbage, and I didn't do anything. Like Sunday, I literally sat in my bed, pictured behind me, and that was it. That was my entire day. Was just laying in my bed. I got up to pee, I got up to eat, and that was about it.
So this was on Sunday.
This was on Sunday. Yeah. Yesterday,
nice.
Obviously, went out and hung out with our wonderful friend. Wait, what's going on? Oh, thank you, News, for a subscription, and also News is incorrect. He's saying in the chat that he's better at me at Mario, or better than me at Mario Kart, which...
I'm sorry, he did kick your ass, 3 times?
Okay, I was off my game. I haven't played that game in months, but I can...
Hold on 1 second.
We'll do a rematch.
Did I say Happy Pride Month? I had that in my head, like in my jingle in my head.
Sorry, yes.
I was like, it's June, Happy Pride Month, and then my brain went boom, and then,
Yeah, I meant to call it out. Yes, Happy Pride Month. We made it. Happy June 1st.
Yes, Happy Pride Month. It is June 1st. Sorry. Yes, so Nuge kicked your ass at Mario Kart.
Yes. And then maybe that was why, because that was Saturday night. Maybe that's why on Sunday night Sunday I was just depressed and laid in my bed all day. And then... Okay, Nuge is off. I mean, you could messages in the chat. I see. We get it. Thank you.
So you could. I mean, look, you could have did a little stunt like I did, where I said my power went out, and I just happened to disconnect.
My power went out.
You could have done that too. No, my power did seriously go. I was so pissed. Oh, I was like, literally. I remember that. Wait, was that Friday night? That was Friday night that we played Mario Kart. Yeah, that wasn't Saturday night. That was Friday night we played Mario Kart. Saturday night we played Among Us.
Yes.
Yeah, because Friday night I was so excited. It was such a long week at work, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited to just relax and just do nothing and do whatever I want. And then we were playing Mario Kart, and then my power went out at 1 o'clock or whatever it was.
I do remember, and because your character kept racing. It was like a ghost took over and just kept going.
Paul, you're a liar. You're right here racing. I'm like, Ahmed, I can assure you,
actively throwing shells. What is
happening? The power is actively out at my home.
That's so funny that the game just kind of picks up for you if you disconnect, so that it doesn't ruin the race for other people, which is really interesting. I didn't realize it did that.
God, technology, Nintendo, disgusting. You really hate to see it. But yeah, so my power went out, and then I woke up in the morning thinking, oh, my power's back on, because the power company said 4 a.m. or whatever. I wake up and the damn power wasn't back on.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Anyway,
it was out all night.
It literally didn't come out until 1 o'clock, or no, 11:30, 12 o'clock. I don't know, sometime after 10 a.m. and before 2.
And that was when we got the giant rainstorm, and it was literally raining for 2 days and miserable.
It was horrible.
It was not the best weekend, but it's okay. We'll make up for it. The summer is just beginning.
It really is. But yeah, so, all right, you told us all about your Sunday. You later on did nothing, but what else did you do this week? Anything exciting?
I started on my backlog, finally. So I don't know if I mentioned this last episode, but I went through and I updated my watch list on Letterboxd to include all of the movies that I have in a random note on my phone. So now they're kind of official, and I can sort through them. I think I maybe talked about this last episode, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I finally started hacking away at it, and I started with Map of Tiny Perfect Things, which was really good, actually. I enjoyed it. It's another one of those kind of Groundhog Day rom-com movies, so very similar to Palm Springs, but more of a coming-of-age, I guess, because they're just younger characters. So I would highly recommend it. It's a Amazon Prime original? Yeah, it's on Prime. So... if you have Prime, it is free to watch. And then on Thursday, went back to the theaters, went to AMC Empire 25 for the first time in, 10 years, and saw A Quiet Place Part 2, which was really, really, really good. Just as good as the first one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it seems like there's a setup for Part 3, so I don't know. It's really good. I think you'd be into these movies because they're not like yes, they're considered horror, but they're more. I don't know. They're like Walking Dead adjacent ish, in terms of like tone. Like they're not like terribly scary. Like I think you would enjoy them. They're really good movies. They're definitely more suspenseful kind of thriller than like outright. You know, like you're not gonna have nightmares kind of thing. But very
interesting.
But yeah,
maybe I'll watch the first one. I feel like I got a code for the first one for like $1 or something a while back.
I own the first one
years ago.
Also, so you could always borrow it from me.
There you go. I also heard that you were on time to the movie.
I was only a little bit late, and it's because we walked from me and
who
Brad.
made that decision.
If it was me, I would have probably taken the subway the second leg of the trip. It's a long story. I had to like go to American Eagle first, and then they were closed, and then we're like, okay, let's just walk from here, and blah blah blah. We were taking our time. It's fine. We were fine. Everything.
I regret to inform you that the chat is caving in on you. I think you were actually like lately. I don't think you were like a little late because I've known you for a long time.
We got there
for a long time, and you downplay certain things. Your lack of being a punctual person is one of those things.
We got there. We waited in line. We got popcorn and we got a drink. And then I had to wait for the woman to go and fill my drink. And then she dropped some of it and she filled it again. And then I went into my seat, sat down, reclined, and the trailers were still going. I don't think I was late at all.
I hope someone appreciated my
your little ASL
my little
sign
things.
Language.
And then he reclined.
I reclined. That takes time. Those recliners aren't quick. And trailers were still going. We were early. And then I got to see in the cinema, this was black. Introducing Dolby Vision.
News I'm hearing from multiple sources that Ahmed was very late.
There's a lot of slander. I'm just going to quit the podcast. You guys have fun. Anyways.
What else did you do? So you did Map of Tiny Perfect Things, saw Quiet Place Part 2. You were incredibly late to the movie. What else did you do?
And then I played more Returnal, which I'm actually getting better at. I'll probably stream that soon. I haven't done a solo, like a regular gaming stream since I've gotten back. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow or something. But
you chose to lay in your bed all day Sunday instead of being dedicated to the good of What the Funcast here and streaming.
On Sunday, I was like, I'll stream, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe not.
I'll tell you what. So you covered all the stuff that I think you're done with your portion, but
yes.
So for me, I streamed on Thursday night like I normally did, and literally I'm sitting here playing. I tried out Super Bomberman R Online, which is like Battle Royale Bomberman, and it was actually really fun. But like my eye was tearing up to the point that like it hurts so bad. I don't know what happened. I was sitting here and like when the screen would get bright and my eye would have to move around, my eye just started like tearing up. So I think Emma was the only one in here.
Was there like something in your eye?
I think there was something in my eye because I literally like was not able to function. So I'm sitting here like playing and my eyes like twitching. And I was like, it got to the point where I just closed my eye after a while.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I literally can't keep streaming. So I ended the stream after like an hour, maybe not even. But yeah, it was a mess.
That definitely happens to me sometimes where like my eye will just randomly get like really like it'll start just burning and like tearing up and I'm like, what is happening? And then I just like go rinse it out and it's usually fine.
Has never happened in my entire life to me. Like I rinsed it out with water and then like I literally from the time that I got up from here, like shut off the stream, got up, like went up the stairs, like it started hurting to the point that I was like going up the stairs like with one eye. And I got upstairs and Lauren's like, are you okay? Anyway, she got me eye drops the next day, but I ended up just going up, showering, and literally like the video from chemistry class, like holding my eye open and literally like washing it out. What the hell is going on? And I went to sleep or whatever. Or I ended up laying down, and by the time I woke up, I had a bunch of sleepy seeds, which I guess I don't know, maybe it meant something.
Sleepy seeds?
And the little sand, you get sand in your eyes.
Sleepy seeds? That's what you call them? I just call them eye boogers.
Ew, that's nasty. Sleepy seeds makes them sound cute.
Who says sleepy seeds?
I think it was Lauren.
That sounds like a drug to like go to sleep. Like have your sleepy seeds.
Yo, you got the seeds, bro.
Sleepy seeds. I hate that.
I don't know. That's what Lauren calls them. I think. I grew up calling them like little sand pieces, little sand in your eyes.
They're just boogers.
But I'm pretty sure like your eyes clean themselves out overnight, don't they? They clean themselves out.
It's just like that's dried up tears, like all the salt and stuff in your tears. and
I
other
think that's
chemicals.
fake news.
I don't think.
I
It's
think
fake
I think
news.
that's literally like bacteria.
I
You're a
guess.
dirty man. That's why he always got eye boogers. He's a
I
dirty
don't wake
person.
up with eye boogers all the time. Sometimes if it's like a really aggressive sleep, like I slept for 12 hours, maybe might be a booger here.
Your
hither
eyes
and
are.
thither.
You literally wake up and your eyes are crystal clean. They went to the eye wash all on their own while you were sleeping.
For the most part, I don't have any issues. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was my eye was bugging. Anyways, so I was like, I'm gonna stream. I've got like a little stash of Pokemon cards from when I was away. I bought some while I was away. I ripped some of them from when I came back, but I like stashed them away, and I'm like, I'm gonna open these on Saturday night. It's gonna happen. And then Saturday came and went, and I'm like, I'm tired. And I don't remember what happened Saturday.
We
Anyway,
were playing Among Us Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's like, well, let's play Among Us. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna stream. And I'm like, I'll stream Sunday. And then I don't know, we were doing something, and that flew out the window. I'm like, I'm gonna stream a Monday night stream, and then all these events transpired that woke me up at 6 a.m. and
All
whatever.
these
It's not
events
important.
transpired.
Literally, like I got like my sister was on a trip and lost her phone, left it in an Uber. She called me at 6 a.m. from her friend's phone. It was just she ended up getting it. Everything's fine, but it was just like one of those things where I wake up to that at 6:10, and then like I fell back asleep, and then like for some reason someone like an outside not part of my company but like a vendor called me at 7:15. I'm like, hello, we're not working, please, why are you calling me?
Oh my god.
So, and then I didn't silence my work phone, and it was just that's lipstick in my Valentino white bag. It's just it's just a mess.
All right. Besides crying sleepy seeds or whatever.
Yes. So I played Super Bomberman online, which was a lot of fun. I'll pick that up. I'll probably stream Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to stream Pokemon cards or games or what I'm going to play or whatever, but I'll probably stream it at some point here. Played a lot of Overwatch, and I've been playing Overwatch just to like, I don't know. Overwatch is scratching a different itch for me lately, where it's like I pick it up and play, even if I have all my loot box for the week. It's just like easy. It's like serving as a stress reliever where it hasn't in the past for some reason. So
That's what
I've been
Hades
taking
has
advantage
become
of that.
for me, for being honest.
Yeah, so it's been nice. I pick up, play a couple Mystery Heroes rounds, and whatever. I'm cool, and I feel like a little bit relieved of stress. So that's been helpful. And then
Good.
High School Musical, the series, season 2 is in full swing. So for all those of y'all that are sleeping on it, Rita, you should probably go and get on it. We are on episode 3, and the show is so good. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks about the show. I like it a lot. I'm confirming that it is in fact episode 3. I'm like 95% sure.
I keep forgetting that, like, every time I go to sit to, like, I don't know, eat something or whatever, and I just want something quick to watch, I, like, forget that that's on my watch list. So I need to remember.
So good. It's so good. And, like, I'm a total pushover for coming of age, like, movies and whatever. I don't know. It's just, I'm here for the teen drama. So
Here for the
it's,
drama. You would love Map of Tiny Perfect Things. You should definitely.
I know. You told me that. I need to watch. I need to add it to a list. I need to formalize a list. I know you've got your whole little,
I'm a system. I have like lists everywhere.
You have.
Lists.
I want to say you have a problem, but really, I just strive to be like you. So
I just like to be because like when everything is written down somewhere, then I don't have to think about it. It doesn't occupy space in my brain anymore. So it's less
right.
overwhelming.
Like when the other day when you were talking about like your little trips you had planned and you like put all the little things, I'm like, hello.
My trips that I have planned. What trips do I have planned?
Your little day trips or whatever in New York. And, you want to see.
Yeah, so I'll be like scrolling on TikTok and I'll be like, you have to check out this cool neighborhood, blah blah blah. You have to check out this restaurant, blah blah blah. And I'm like, how am I gonna remember all this? Let me make a list. And then when we were like, what are we gonna do yesterday? I was like, perfect. I have a list, and I got to check it off. And I'd be like, I went there, I did that.
I make these lists and then I like overwhelm myself with like what the list could be. So anyway, we're not here to talk about my problems. We're here to tell you about the news.
It's because you're obsessed with spreadsheets. That's the thing. You're always thinking bigger.
I pulled up that spreadsheet from last March yesterday to show. I think I was actually showing my family. I think about how I drunkenly went through and like sorted out all the costs for everybody.
Ridiculous.
But anyway, it's
that still shocks me to this day.
Champion. So anyway, you're here to listen to the news. So hello, you're here. It is what, episode 116. Like I said before, we are in the midst. We are in the cloud of E3. We're almost there,
if you will.
We are literally like 10 days away from E3. And yeah, so we've got news. What?
12 days? 12 days.
Less than 2 12 weeks. Days. My brain said it's something in the double digits, and 10 days is close to the double digits. That's what my brain said.
12.
Okay. Show me a spreadsheet to really show me what you're made of.
Spreadsheet.
But anyway, I don't know about y'all. Did you buy anything from the Redbubble sale? I bought a tank top and a t-shirt, as did Lauren. We got matching t-shirts and tank tops.
Yes, I got a t-shirt. Which t-shirt kind did you get? I spent a lot of time deliberating because there's like 1,000 of them. But
which one did you get?
I got the everyday, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I got the tri-blend. The tri-blend is always...
I like the tri-blends, but I wanted I like the vintage-y look of the everyday. I don't know. It looked like it would be comfortable and nice. And I also got it because the everyday, I think, is like a lightweight one, whereas the other ones are like... Because there's a classic one, and then there's an everyday, and there's like a bunch of other ones, and the other one's like heavyweight, and I was like, I don't want all that. I just want something nice and breathable, so...
Interesting. We can compare shirts, and then I'll know for next time. But yes, so Redbubble had a sale. It was 20% off on t-shirts for Memorial Day weekend. So if y'all are, if you're seeing it now, I'm sure they'll have another sale soon. But we got official What the Funcast merch now. So
I think I got an email today that things still are on sale. So if you missed out, you could still get stuff today.
Oh, it's interesting. I thought it said through Tuesday, but anyway.
Yep. So today's the last day, I believe. So if you're listening to this after Tuesday, it sucks. I'm sorry.
You the sale. There will never be another. Spoiler alert. There will always be another sale.
There's one at least once a month.
Yes, there is, and I think you can like get 20% off sometimes if you like download the app for the first time or something. I don't know. There's some trickery there.
Ryan, listen. Yes, so Ryan's dragging me about having a list problem because he said this restaurant that was recommended to me called Vietnam, which is like literally 10 blocks up from where I live, has been on my list and I haven't gotten to it. But it's still on the list, and that's really what counts. Whether I
agree with you.
Whether I go through the list or not is a different story entirely, but it's on the list, so it's noted somewhere, and I know that if I'm ever in the neighborhood, which I am because I live in the neighborhood, maybe I'll go. Realistically, I never go up there, and that's why I never have been, because I'm like, why am I going to 89th Street or whatever? Like, that's too far up. 86 is my threshold.
You know what's really high up? The price that Amazon paid for MGM. Let's move into the hot news for entertainment.
Excellent segue.
I know, I try every once in a while. Amazon has bought MGM Studios. Yes, Jeff Bezos himself has now purchased MGM Studios. This one comes from Variety, who says Amazon and MGM announced a definitive merger agreement under which Amazon will acquire MGM Studios for $8.45 billion. MGM, founded in 1924, complements Amazon Studios, which is primarily focused on producing TV programming, the company said. Amazon will help preserve MGM's heritage and catalog of films and provide customers with greater access to these existing works, the company's added. For Amazon, snapping up MGM, which has more than 4,000 movies and 17,000 TV shows in its catalog, is a way to supercharge its Prime Video service with a slew of well-known entertainment titles. In addition, Amazon is anticipating being able to mine Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer properties like the Pink Panther, Rocky, and yes, the 007 franchises for new originals. So this is interesting. I mean, this was highly rumored for a bit of time now.
I think so.
So yeah, this isn't like totally out of left field, but still pretty crazy to see it actually happen. Almost $9 billion. I literally cannot even count that high.
It's pretty. I want to say this is like huge, but like, I don't know. I guess it's pretty big. Those are some pretty large properties like Rocky, Pink Panther, 007. But I think this is more so Amazon like padding their Prime Video library by being able to host all those movies and whatnot, and being like, we have all the 007s, so they have their own like kind of claim to fame, like all the other streaming services do. So.
Right.
Good for them, I guess.
They'll be like the exclusive streaming home of 007, all 007 movies or whatever. Yeah. So
I think MGM was already like looking for a buyer, so this wasn't like a huge shock, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting that Amazon's the one that bought them, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting to watch all these big companies buy up these other big companies.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about it last week, but the Warner Media and Discovery thing, which I guess was more so just AT&T wanting to sell them off, like because AT&T didn't want to own them anymore. I think they acquired them in like 2012 or something they acquired Warner Media. I don't remember, but
it's really funny to watch this stuff because, like, even I mean, AT&T bought them, and then AT&T also bought DirecTV or Dish, one of the two.
DirecTV.
I think it was DirecTV. Yeah, because then they were touting like DirecTV Now and bundling that with their cell phone bundles or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's very interesting. Like it became like almost like a trend for them to buy these media companies. And then even Verizon started off Verizon Media, and they had bought, I think, Yahoo and AOL at the time to boost advertisements or advertising, and then also media to some extent. So, and then they've since sold that off. And so it's interesting to watch these companies that are like, oh, hey, I have an idea. Let's buy a media company. And then everyone's like, whoa, hold up. We're going to do that too. And then now they're like, hey, never mind. This didn't work out. Like,
they're like, I don't know about all this. This is harder than we thought. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, speaking of content, I totally forgot to mention it. We watched an episode of Legends of the Hidden Temple, which talk about fossilized memories. Like, I was like...
It runs with, like, the original... Well, it doesn't have the original commercials, but the original prizes. It's so good.
Yes! Oh, my God.
This Magnavox CD player. And you're like, Magnavox?
Literally, you watched the first episode. So did we. So they were like... But don't worry, you're not going home empty-handed, whatever the hell, silver snakes. Here's what you're going home with. And it's like, Willy Wonka's nerds. It's like, imagine going to Legends of the Hidden Temple and then coming home with freaking nerds. Like, hey, what'd you get? And it's like, I got this little box of nerds.
Like movie theater candy. But yes, I remember, I was like, Magnavox, is that even still a company? I remember we had a Magnavox TV when I was a kid.
The answer is I don't think they are.
I highly doubt. Oh, it says is. And electronic. No, they're still making TVs.
Stop. Seriously? I
mean, they're like shitty looking TVs, but it's $129.99 at BJ's Wholesale Club.
Anyways, first of all, you gotta have a BJ's subscription for that, which we don't. Neither one of us do.
This is like the worst. It's like a 32-inch 780p or 720p TV. I mean, I guess what are you expecting for $130? But anyways, yeah, Magnavox still exists. A shell of their former glory. 360 or bust. 480p only.
All right, hit us. Oh yeah, 480p. Anyways, my brain's like 360.
360 works
360, 720.
360. 480.
There was 360p, right?
Well, 360p is more so like the setting on YouTube. Like TVs, CRT TVs were always 480.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, take us to the moon, Ahmed.
All right,
he's going to the moon.
Shut up. Oscar Isaac is finally confirmed as Moon Knight, which we like already knew, but no one had officially said anything yet, but Marvel finally did it. So this one also comes from Variety. 7 months after Variety first broke the news that Isaac was in talks to star in Marvel Studios' upcoming Disney Plus series, Moon Knight, Marvel has finally confirmed that the 42-year-old actor will headline the project. Naturally, Marvel did so via a tweet that reads, "We are Moon Knight." A sly tip of the hat to the fact that Isaac's character, an elite soldier and mercenary, Mark Spector, has multiple distinctive personalities, which he develops after he becomes the embodiment of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon, which I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but that seems right.
I could have swore that we knew this, but I mean,
yeah, we knew, but it was never. We knew from that Variety article that broke the news, but like it was never official. So now it's like super official,
which is so crazy to me. I mean, that's cool though.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like Oscar Isaac, so I'm looking forward to it. Getting some ancient Egyptian mythos going.
I'm really curious to see how these Marvel shows do on Disney Plus, because we've had a little glimpse of them, right? We've had WandaVision, we've had Falcon the Winter Soldier, and then we have Loki coming out, next week?
Oh, yeah, that comes out next... Wait. Does it come out next Friday? Aggressive clicking. I'm pretty sure... okay, no, just kidding. June 9th. So
yeah, it's Wednesday? Like next Wednesday. Yeah, but then I think they're doing Wednesday and then an episode. Oh no, it's Wednesday and then an episode a week later. They're coming out Wednesdays? Who did that? Yeah, they're coming out Wednesdays for some reason.
I don't know. That's
probably because the last episode's going to coincide with something. Let's see.
Maybe.
Let's see. Hopefully
how many episodes is it? It's gonna be another 6-episode nonsense.
I don't know. Hopefully I see spoilers. Hold on.
I don't think there's spoilers
yet. No, it just says episode 1.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes there are.
Interesting.
How many?
I see 6. I see 6.
Yeah, 6. Ugh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's funny because these are almost like not... Well, I guess they are kind of like mini movies, but they're like...
Yeah, they're like slightly longer than a movie, but they definitely...
But I kind of appreciate that they're doing this instead of like, I don't know, adding 30 minutes to a movie and skimping on the story that they wanted to tell, but squeezing it into a movie.
Yeah, I also like the weekly releases. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I love the weekly releases.
Oh yeah, Carla, this is not Oscar Isaac's first stint as an Egyptian god, because he was in X-Men Apocalypse or whatever, and it was and he was Apocalypse, and that was a terrible movie. But anyways, hopefully it doesn't bode poorly for the show.
He was the Apocalypse.
It was bad.
Why don't you take the next couple? Because I feel like this is all your stuff.
Sure.
Especially the second one.
That's fine, because the next couple of things are going to be your stuff. So,
yeah, right. That's fine.
More casting news. Aaron Taylor Johnson is back in the MCU, but not as Quicksilver. So this one comes from avclub.com. Aaron Taylor Johnson, whose previous superheroic exploits included a 2-film stint as Kick-Ass and the non-WandaVision MCU incarnation of Pietro Quicksilver Maximoff. That's a lot of word salad. Is getting back into the capes and costumes game, apparently, as the rap reports that Taylor Johnson is set to star as Sony's solo Kraven the Hunter movie. Star in Sony's solo Kraven the Hunter movie. First publicized last year, the Kraven movie is the latest entry in Sony's little sideline of Marvel licensed movies based on characters attached to the Spider-Man rights, only one of which, Venom, has ever actually come out. Venom sequel obviously is coming in September, and Morbius is coming in January 2022. So this is wild news because, speaking to Variety, Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group president, that's too many pictures in one phrase, but okay, Motion Picture Group president Sanford Pinich has confirmed that there's a plan to tie the Marvel Cinematic Universe and what they're calling the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, the SPUMC, the SPUMC. So there's a plan to tie the MCU and the SPUMC together. And quote, he says, "The volume of characters we have," he observed, wait until you see the next Venom. You don't miss Spider-Man. But Pinich couldn't resist pausing for a beat before teasing, "It'll be exciting if they do meet, right?" That naturally prompted a question about whether that could ever happen, and he responded with an exciting comment. "There actually is a plan," Pinich revealed. "I think now maybe it's getting a little more clear for people where we're headed, and I think when No Way Home comes out, even more will be revealed." So, hello?
I'll tell you what. Like all these things coming to mind as we're going through this. We watched Spider-Man: Homecoming yesterday over again for the first time in a long time, and like the Spider-Man movies, it's just so interesting, right? Because Spider-Man: Far From Home, right, came out right after Infinity War, right?
After Endgame.
Oh, after after Endgame. And then like Homecoming was like they were such like crucial movies in the sense that like I feel like they had more meaning. Like we watched it with my family, and like a lot of them didn't know like who Iron Man was or who like the Avengers jokes were or whatever, but they so deeply ingrained it into the MCU.
Yeah.
Not like without even trying, but like they just happened to.
Like they are fully MCU did it very movies. Well. Like they're not
right.
Not right, at all. Yeah.
But when you look at they're just very like I don't know. I just feel as though the Spider-Man movies are very prominently featured. Where like Homecoming, it was like holy shit, this is Spider-Man's homecoming to the MCU. And then Far From Home was like holy shit, this is the first movie after Endgame. And then now No Way Home, it's like holy shit, there's a lot that's gonna go down. And I don't know, and like. I don't know, if you don't want to hear potential spoilers for No Way Home, I mean, we've said a lot about these articles that have popped up for No Way Home. Cover yours for about, I don't know, we'll say 35 seconds here. But
35.
Go. 30, okay, I don't know, a minute.
Sure.
So go. There's the rumor that the reason why it's No Way Home is because the villains from the other movies get stuck in the MCU universe, and they literally have no way back home. And that's where you have like the Sinister Six or like whatever they are, the 4 main villains led by the Green Goblin that are stuck in Spider-Man Homecoming, well, Tom Holland Spider-Man, his universe, right? So like to even think that how that all happens and everything, it's just super exciting. So anyway, I'll stop and give folks a minute to join back here, but I don't really think anybody's gonna.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine too.
But yeah, I guess maybe it'll be like a multiverse thing. But then
well,
does that also
like
mean
the
that
running rumor?
Yeah, does that also mean that the Venom movie is officially MCU canon or will be, or like I guess I don't know. All these questions are hypothetical, and we'll see what happens.
All will be revealed this Christmas. Spider-Man: No Way Home, everyone. There was a rumor that there was a trailer coming this week.
I didn't hear that rumor.
Yeah, I saw something about a trailer coming this week. I actually saw it through like a Lego blog. They were like, "There's a rumor, No Way Home, whatever trailer's coming out this week," and yeah, can't wait to see these sets or whatever. And I'm like, "Hello, y'all okay? Y'all hyped?"
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that I don't know. Wait, when do they release trailers? 6 months beforehand? Oh well, I'm assuming if they want the trailer to be, exposed to as many eyeballs as possible, and with movie theaters opening back up and people going to see movies and A Quiet Place Part 2, like, it feels like that was kind of like the first big new release that like really brought people back into theaters,
right?
Because it did pretty well at the box office this past weekend, this past weekend. Then they're gonna want to get that trailer out sooner rather than later as people are going back to movies. So
yeah, and then that'd be the big blockbuster. That'd be the big blockbuster trailer, right?
Yes.
So December 17th, 2021, which literally is 6.5 months, almost to the T. So I don't know. Yeah. So this article was published on Cinema Blend yesterday, who said why Spider-Man fans think No Way Home's trailer might arrive tomorrow.
Those articles are always like, this person grabbed 2 tweets and it's someone's like, I heard.
Wait. Tomorrow's Tom Holland's birthday. No Way Home trailer? Question mark.
That's literally.
Anyway,
those articles are so annoying. Whenever you say whenever the word fans is in the article headline, that's how you immediately know they just pulled a random tweet that has 2 likes and they're like, fans are growing rabid over blah blah blah. It's like, are they? Are they actually?
It's like certain articles on InsideTheMagic.net. Anyway, but
you were saying.
I was saying. So anyway, yeah. So it's super interesting. I'm super excited for it. I always love me some MCU content. But while that's all well and good, the other universe we got to talk about is the gaming universe. So let's jump over to that.
You're really on fire with these segues today.
I am on fire. This is what happens when I have coffee before we stream. So where was I? Okay. So as we start to get into like pre-E3-ish time, like a lot, and like with E3 being in a weird place, it was in a weird place last year, still in a weird place this year, but less of a weird place because Nintendo and Microsoft and all these other publishers and developers have joined on to kind of announce or do their stage shows, whatever you want to call them, virtual stage shows, as part of E3 now. So E3 is kind of coming to like a return to form. But there's still a bunch of announcements that have happened, even just this past week alone. So let's jump into the first major one, which is the Dragon Quest 35th Anniversary special stream, which was live streamed, I think it was, when was it? It was on Wednesday, May 26th at 11:30 at night. And I believe that was to coincide most likely with the same time, or like a acceptable time in Japan as well, because obviously Dragon Quest is very popular in Japan.
Yeah.
So the 35th anniversary special, they premiered, I think, 5? Wait. Oh. I think 6? They premiered, 5 or 6 games. Sorry, I scrolled down and I saw like an advertisement for the 2DS. I'm like, wait a second. Is Nintendo bringing back the 2DS? I was very confused.
Wait, anyway, who's advertising it?
It wasn't an advertisement. It was like related tweets or whatever underneath. It was like, remember when people thought the 2DS didn't have an audience or whatever?
It was ugly as hell. Anyway, go on.
It was. It still is. So they announced 6 new games as part of this presentation, which is pretty cool. So right at the start of the stream, they started off with a mobile game that was announced. It's a free-to-play puzzler. Then they showed off Dragon Quest X version 6 coming out in fall 2021. No plans for a worldwide release. So this will probably stay exclusive to Japan. Dragon Quest X Offline announced, which is 10 offline. Also staying exclusive to presumably whatever countries it's currently launched in, which I think is only Japan, but I could be wrong. Then they showed off Dragon Quest III, an HD 2D remake. So the HD 2D remake is something that Square had kind of kicked off with Octopath Traveler, and then Project... Oh boy, what is it? Triangle...
Yeah.
Don't look it up.
I'm not gonna look it up. It's like Project Triangle Circled, something stupid.
Triangle Strategy, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're remaking Dragon Quest III in that same art style, and it looks gorgeous. And not that I'm a huge fan of Dragon Quest games. I've always wanted to like give them a try, but I feel like I haven't like given them a try. But anyway, it looks really nice. And it's gonna have a worldwide simultaneous release planned for home consoles, which is super exciting. And then there's Dragon Quest Treasures that was announced, and this almost gave me like the Dragon Quest Builders vibe, where it's a different franchise that they're trying to put Dragon Quest into, while that they think may work. So like Dragon Quest Builders was almost like a Minecraft clone, but with Dragon Quest characters. So Dragon Quest Treasures is going to have a worldwide release. I didn't really understand what this game was. I mean, I just saw the screenshots of it, but anyway, it's happening. And have a worldwide release, simultaneous release, and that the date and the platforms have not been announced. And then, of course, they announced Dragon Quest XII, The Flames of Fate, which is like a Dragon Quest for adults. I thought all of these Dragon Quest games were for adults, but I guess I'm wrong. And that's coming as a worldwide simultaneous release.
Well, kids and adults.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But no platforms were announced for Dragon Quest XII, but we can assume PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, as Dragon Quest XI is on all those platforms. So, would not be surprised if it hit all those same platforms. But, yeah.
Interesting.
And, yeah, so...
I know nothing about Dragon Quest.
Neither do I. Like, I know enough to get by. I know that it's a turn-based game. I got Dragon Quest XI, I started playing it, and I enjoyed what I played of it. I just need to, like... What I realized is with a game, if it doesn't suck me in immediately, like in the first hour or so, and we've talked about this in the past, like if it doesn't really suck you in, like I can very easily fall off that train, like instantly. I'm like, okay, never mind, I'm out. So I need to like really sit down, because there have been games where I felt like that. I jump back in, give it another couple hours, and I'm like, I'm here for it. Let's do this.
That was me with Hades. When I'm like, okay, this is fine. And now here I am, like over 100 hours in. Obsessed.
I was also you with Overwatch. I had to beg you to buy Overwatch. Never forget.
Well, no, it's not that but like when I played Overwatch, I wasn't like, this is fine. Like, I played it and I gave it a shot, and I sucked at first, and it took a long time for me to get into it. But yeah.
Wait, Dragon Quest X released on the Wii? Anyway.
Sure.
Hold on a second.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it was originally released for the Wii in 2012, and later ported to the Wii U, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Android, iOS, and 3DS, all of which supported cross-platform play. Other than a discontinued Windows version in Chinese, the game was not localized outside of Japan. Okay, just wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. This seems like a Dragon Quest 14 type of Final Fantasy 14, like an always online game. Like a MMORPG of sorts, but yes. So, sorry, I totally cut you off for that. I got excited.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Neither do I. Anyways, all right. So moving on, another big announcement, their stage show that took place. I keep saying stage show, but understand it was all virtual online. Is the Sonic 30th anniversary presentation. So. Big announcement out of here, well, a couple big announcements actually, is that there's a new Sonic game coming in 2022. This one comes from pixelkin.org. So there's a new Sonic game coming in 2022. No other details were announced aside from like a little teaser. But the big announcement, well, I'll give you the exact thing here. The 12-minute Sonic Central video ended with a mysterious tease. A realistic 3D Sonic is running through a forest, spelling out a weird symbol. A group of symbols as they glow and become a title card with the alien letters. And that's it. The game is coming next year to all platforms. It's being developed by Team Sonic, of Sonic Forces. I don't know if that's something to commend them for, but
that's how. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all well and good. Sonic Colors Ultimate was probably the big announcement. That's a remaster of Sonic Colors coming to PC via Epic Game Store, PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox One on September 7th. So that is coming out, and let's see what else do they say. It's a remaster of 2010 platformer that originally launched on the Wii, the Nintendo Wii. Switch between Colors is actually a really cool game. I don't know if you all haven't played it, but it switches between third person. Yeah, it switches between third person and side scrolling action. So Side-scrolling platforming action, to be more specific. But yeah, it was well received.
Yeah, I remember looking it up. It was well received indeed. I just never played it.
Yeah. Oh, it had a 78 on Metacritic. I don't know. That's well received. More well received than other Sonic games. Yes. It was also released on Nintendo DS and got a 79 on DS, which is interesting. So then, interesting. I missed this one.
What?
The Sonic Central video teased a Sonic compilation game called Sonic Origins. It'll include the classic 90s platformer Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. The compilations will add new content and features and be released on modern platforms. I totally missed that part.
Honestly, I kind of missed this too. I just had it on in the background as I was working, and I was just waiting for big announcements.
Yeah, which the big announcement was the new mainline Sonic game.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, so, all right, then those are the big 3 announcements, I'd say. And then moving down to some of the smaller ones, Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps is going to be a series of animated shorts that tie directly into the world of Sonic Colors, featuring the full Sonic voice cast. Episode 1 will air later this summer. Sonic Prime is a 24-episode animated series coming to Netflix in 2022. The announcement was made by Joe Kelly, one of several writers and creators that make up the creative team of Man of Action, best known for creating Ben 10 for Cartoon Network.
That looks exciting. That could be good. Maybe.
Yeah, it looked interesting. It's funny because
very silly.
I'd be losing my mind if I were childhood me. I'd be absolutely losing my mind.
12, yeah.
I loved Sonic. Sonic's still fun, but the newer games have just not been great.
Yes.
There's a virtual Sonic concert coming for Sonic's birthday on June 23rd. It'll feature a full symphony orchestra playing Sonic tunes, as well as rock band Crush 40 and DJ and composer Tomoya Otani. And then for the more cursed content debuted in the stream, the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 official video game. So this is the real life looking video game where you play as real life people, not the Mario and Sonic version. There's going to be an official tie-in with Sonic the Hedgehog, as a person dressed in this giant Sonic the Hedgehog costume.
Oh my god. And not Mario? Unbelievable.
Yeah, anyway. It's weird as hell.
I also had no idea that there was an actual Olympic video game.
It came out of left field. So they actually wrote here, due to the pandemic, the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Summer Games were postponed, as was the official tie-in video game. But that also means it's getting a crossover event with Sonic the Hedgehog, blah, blah, blah. The game will release on June 22nd, the Olympic Games Tokyo video game.
I'm looking at the trailer right now. This looks so interesting. I mean, it looks very arcadey. It's definitely not realistic.
Yeah,
but it looks really interesting.
It's more realistic than Mario and Sonic. But yes, I agree.
Yes, with you. It's real avatars, but they're still doing ridiculous stuff. But sure.
Yeah, and then the last announcement was that 2 Point Hospital is getting Sonic DLC as well. So the humorous hospital sim 2 Point Hospital, published by Sega. So it's a little less shocking, I guess, since it's Sonic is Sega. But the Sonic Pack DLC will add Sonic-themed items and skins, such as a Sega arcade cabinet, and it also replaces your doctors and other staff with giant Sonic characters, which would be legitimately terrifying in an actual hospital.
Speaking of hospitals, we got to play Surgeon Simulator. Anyway, go on.
I know. We say that every time.
We really do.
But yeah, so that's coming out on July 30th as free in-game items. So, interesting stuff.
Imagine you're going to do surgery on someone. He's like, wait, I got to play on my Sega arcade cabinet real quick. I'll be back.
Imagine they're like, oh, we got to get the doctor in here. And Sonic comes busting through the whole ass floor.
Gotta go fast. Anyway. Oh my god, stop. You missed something when you're doing the surgery and all the rings pop out. All right.
Stop.
Do you want to... So this next one you mentioned in our little show content chat. I don't know...
I don't know this is
if this
it's
is
a waste.
Worth anything.
Cyberpunk is dumb. I don't know. I don't know what else there's to say. So I mean, this is the
greatest disappointment. Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I mean, it's insane. So CD Projekt Red actually put out a chart showing its crash rates from patch to patch, which I understand why you're doing that. But imagine being in a position where you do that. So, the chart to me as someone who makes spreadsheets to figure out who owes what for drinks, this just looks so silly to me. It's like it's starting at this artificial point in time. Like the y-axis has no value. So it's like, hey, we started up here, and then we hit patch 1.1, and we dropped down to here. And then we hit patch 1.1, and we went down here. But then we jumped up a little bit, and then we went down, and overall normalized back down to the bottom. And then, hey, we hit patch 1.2 that we released in March, which actually caused our crash rate to spike a little bit. But then something happened, not really sure what, and then we went down again. And people stop playing the game, crash rates go down. And then we hit hot, and then we spiked up again, and we hit hotfix 1.2 and went down again. And it's like, hey, look, we started here at patch 1.1, we're at 1.22, and we're here now. Okay,
and like, it's like how
you should have started down here.
But like, there's also no numbers, so it's just like, does that mean it went down from like 40% crash rate to 39%? Like,
right, exactly. So this is stupid. It's a waste of time. Yeah. Well, so somebody said here in the tweet replies, and this comes from Nibelian on Twitter. Someone said no numbers for the crash rate, and then Nibelian responded with no numbers equals no crashes, which like literally, that's exactly like. I just
yeah, and it's not related to less people playing, although a lot less people are playing. Someone posted like later in the replies, the average players for the last 30 days was around 10,000 total, which is I feel like not a very high number for a major AAA game like this. But
right, it's at the point where
the crash rate is a ratio. Sorry, it's a percentage of like how many people are playing and how many times it's crashing. So like, it won't necessarily go down if less people are playing, because it's just a ratio percentage thing. But I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to this game in like 2023 when they've released like DLC of all the things that should have like been in the first release. I don't know. This game should have been delayed. Like,
let me be the first to tell you, and don't act surprised. This game will never recover from what they did. I firmly believe that.
I don't think it'll be a commercial success by any means. No. But I feel like they'll do some like a No Man's Sky patch and get it to a workable state. You really don't think it'll ever get to that point?
I don't think they're going to be able to. They're taking too long. The interest is gone. The game is like, I mean, I know No Man's Sky had something similar happen to it. I just think that they're just they've hit the point of no return where they can do whatever they want. They can fix whatever they want. They should fix it, or else the reputation is going to be further destroyed. Yeah. But it's just something
still not on the Sony store.
Right. Imagine that where it's still on the PSN store. I mean, and kudos to Sony for digging their heels in the ground and saying, no, we're still not putting this up until you can show what's going on. But
yeah,
I just can't see it. Like No Man's Sky, there's a lot of hype around like multiplayer, and it wasn't all single player. For this to be like a more or less 100% single player game with the online. I remember there was a rumor that it was
the online would be like a separate game, kind of like Red Dead Online is separate from Red Dead 2.
I just think they really
it's such a missed opportunity because it's such a cool, like the story was great. Like I remember when I played it, I loved the story. I was thoroughly enjoying it, but I just would be at the point where I'm like, I can't tell if this is how the quest is supposed to go or if this is a bug. So
right, and like it's funny because I think I may have linked you to it, but if you look at like GameStop for instance, right, and you look at like the upcoming pre-orders, there's all these statues of Cyberpunk characters coming out still. It's like, who are you releasing these for?
Yeah,
like
who's buying this anymore?
Like, who is buying these things?
I will say that the Cyberpunk hoodie that I got is still one of the nicest hoodies I own.
So dumb. Anyway,
it's a nice hoodie.
So Cyberpunk's unbelievable. I don't know what to say about it. We've talked so much about it. It's like a waste of time every time. But
yeah.
So hopefully they get their shit together for the sake of CD Projekt Red. But I'll tell you what, they really screwed themselves on this one. So we missed a major part of the entertainment news for today. Paramount Plus released a new trailer for the new iCarly.
Oh right, and I watched it and I linked it in our Discord and I totally forgot to include it in the news.
I didn't watch it, but it comes out. The first 3 episodes come out June 17th. So
it's funny because this is almost exactly what I would have envisioned Lizzie McGuire, the new Lizzie McGuire reboot, to have been. Because you don't watch the trailer, but basically, like, this isn't spoiling, it's just in the 1 minute trailer. it's Miranda Cosgrove as iCarly, and most of the characters getting their roles, and they've all grown up now, and so like they're older, and they're doing like adult things more so. Like it's still not going to be like an adult show. I think it's still geared to like teenagers, but it's like grown up and like dating and whatnot, and I don't know. It feels very. It looks interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be for me because I never was a huge fan of the original iCarly anyway, but I'm sure it looks fun, and I think that's like the route that Lizzie McGuire would have went, and maybe they went like a little too serious and like couldn't find that middle ground between like keeping the core, like having it be accessible to like a younger audience while also like engaging the older audience. I don't know. So we'll see how this goes.
I've been watching the trailer through the course of us talking about it here, and it makes me so sad that just thinking exactly what you said, this is probably what Lizzie McGuire would have been, and here we are. Disney hates me. What I'm going to tell myself is that the Lizzie McGuire show reboot was going to be more along the lines of that leaked script for the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh no!
And that's why it was canceled or whatever, but probably was not true.
So bad. So that's also something we didn't touch on. The Powerpuff Girls reboot, which is coming to the CW. The pilot was rejected. Like the network said, we can't do this. We're not proceeding with this. Redo it. So they're redoing it. They're reworking the entire thing. And the script leaked in the middle of that news. And the script was downright awful. And it's like, yes, I could see why they're going to like redo it. It's horrific. It was really, really
It was
bad.
So bad.
If you're curious minds, you could definitely, it's probably still up on somewhere. You can Google it and find it. But yeah, it was embarrassing to say the least. Like, who wrote that?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this will be funny. The kids will love this one. TikTok, haha.
Oh, God. They got to go fast and
Literally.
get the hell out of here.
Like the Steve Buscemi, like the how do you do, fellow kids? Like, that's who wrote the script.
Stop! Oh my God, so literally.
Like, how many references to young people things can I throw in here? Haha. I don't know. Trying to think of like some dumb memes. Like, oh, let's write sheesh in the script. That's what the kids are saying these days. Like,
oh my God. It was bad. Yeah, I mean, you know what else was bad? The old Need for Speed games.
Yes, they are. That's fine. I really feel like there's not that big of an audience for these games because they really weren't that good. But
so, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, this also just goes to show that nothing is permanent and everything's fake, and play games that you buy before they're gone forever, which is really just a note to myself. So
I laughed so hard when I saw this. Nothing is permanent. Life is fleeting. Play the games you buy before they're gone forever.
It's true. So
I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
On the Need for Speed Reddit, Max Joker, who is a community manager, presumably that works for EA, announced, "Hello there. Today we have some news to share about some of the older Need for Speed titles. Starting May 31st, 2021, Need for Speed Carbon, Undercover, Shift, and Shift 2 Unleashed, and The Run." I didn't even know that Need for Speed The Run existed. Will be removed from digital storefronts, and you will no longer be able to purchase them. In-game stores will also be closed on May 31st. This is in preparation for the retirement of the online services for these titles, which will happen on August 31st. Until that date, you'll still be able to play and race your friends online. From September 1st, 2021 onwards, you can still play the games and use respective offline features of these titles. So that's... I feel like those titles aren't that old, but I also have very little, like, comprehension of the Need for Speed timeline. There's been so many titles, and I couldn't tell you Carbon from Shift from whatever. Like, the only ones that really had an impact were, like, Underground. And those were, PS2 era, so I don't really know anything anymore. But
yeah, it's funny. I sort of looking some of these games up like on eBay just to see, because when the rumor got around and confirmed that the PS3 short store was shutting down and then Sony dialed back, like any game that was digital only but had a limited release, like for PS3, like I think there was a bundle with like Fat Princess and Journey, maybe. Yeah, Tokyo Jungle, Fat Princess, and what else? There's two. Oh, Sound Shapes, and some other game that I can't read. But anyway, like the prices skyrocketed on these games. Oh, something when Vikings attack or something. Anyway, so I kind of looked up to see if like these Need for Speed games, these random Need for Speed games, like went up in price, and they did not.
Yeah, it's weird. So the newest of these games that are being discontinued, I believe, is Shift 2. Well, let me check when The Run came out. I don't even know. I think The Run is like a mobile game or something. No, this came out for 3DS. Xbox 360, Windows, and PS3. So the newest of those games that's being sunset is from 2011, so 10 years old. Which I guess it makes sense to like shut down the online things. It's just weird for me when they remove it from digital stores. Like, just let people buy it and put a disclaimer like there's no online functionality in this game, but you can still play it offline if you really want to. I don't know. Feels weird.
Right.
Hi, Kat.
Hey, Kat. Yeah, I agree 100% with you. Where it's just like, I don't know, it's weird to me, but I don't know. What do I know? It's the whole thing with ripping down digital storefronts is like it's I don't know, painful in some regard, but it is what it is.
It's almost like kind of like burying history, which is like there has to be a way to preserve this kind of thing. I don't know.
It is like burying history. So, which is why you should buy physical everything. Just flood your home with discs and cartridges, and then you'll never have regrets in your life.
I'm complaining about it, but I'm going digital from now on, especially when it comes to my PS5, just because the PS5 disc drive is way too loud, and the only reason I got the disc version is to play the PS4 games that I own on disc. But going forward, digital only.
You could probably convert your disc PS4 games over to digital pretty cheap and probably trade them all to GameStop. So there's an idea for you to ponder over as you lay in bed next Sunday.
Yeah, so that the PS4 store can then shut down. I can't wait.
Exactly. But to ease the pain, E3 is coming.
Yes.
So E3 is finally happening. So we've been talking about this almost the entire stream now. But this comes straight from E3Expo.com. So it's official. So selecting from
so there's an E3 2021 awards show. I quoted the wrong part. I selected.
No, you're good. Usually I open up the article and I kind of skim the article myself and like read it, and then I'm like, let me just read this quote. This quote looks right, and then it's like selecting. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, so this one comes straight from E3Expo.com about E3 2021. The award show is set for Tuesday, June 15th. So for this year's event, we are collaborating with editors at some of the world's leading video game media outlets to create the official E3 2021 award show. Recognizing the show's most anticipated games, said Stanley Pierre-Louis, president and CEO. I don't know. No, I don't think it's Pierre Louis, but I think it's Pierre Louis. You would say Pierre Louis, president and CEO of the ESA. The broadcast is going to be packed with exciting announcements and reveals, and celebrating innovative publishers and developers is an ideal way to close E3 2021. The esteemed media panel will focus on selecting the most anticipated game of E3 2021, as well as recognizing the most anticipated titles from each participating publisher and developer. So the E3 live broadcast will be hosted by Greg Miller, Jackie Jing, and Alex Goldenboy Mendez, as well as featuring new and upcoming game reveals. Will also include publisher press conferences, developer interviews, panel discussions, and more. So there's a YouTube, a Twitch, a Twitter, a Facebook page, all sorts of things. Really what they're announcing here is that the all-digital event runs from Saturday, June 12th through Tuesday, June 15th. And what that means, it's going to be just like E3 in years past, except it's going to be pretty much a collection of everyone's virtual presentation. So E3 will be, instead of it being on the show floor and you've got Jeff Keighley, Jeff Keighley, that's a separate thing with the Summer Games Festival, so they've split since then. But Jeff Keighley's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah.
But the old coverage of G4, IGN, instead they'll be covering pretty much live reactions to all of these shows, as will we. So we have applied to become official co-streaming partners for E3, which applications are open, so we've put in for that. We've put in for Summer Games Fest. So we are going to try to cover as much as we physically can. Super exciting stuff. Yes, Med's got his spirit fingers up, spirit hands. But yes, so we are going to try to be co-streaming and give you all the live reactions as best we can. Yes. Obviously, we have day jobs, so if stuff is like, I don't know, at like 10 in the morning, it might be a little hard. And it might be a little hard to react to some of that stuff. But we're going to do the best we can as more announcements come out of when these shows are happening.
Yes. I anticipate, based on the award show being on Tuesday, that most of the press conferences will happen over the weekend, so we will be able to co-stream the majority of them. We know at least for sure that Microsoft is on Sunday, but from the other, like, we haven't heard anything from Nintendo just yet, nor from, I don't think we've heard anything from, no, we do know when Ubisoft is. It's on Sunday as well, right?
Ubisoft? I don't think so. I don't think that was announced yet.
Because I remember it being on the Summer Games Fest thing. Like Summer Game Fest schedule.
Hold everything.
Holding.
Saturday, June 12th at 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, Nintendo will likely be on Saturday or Sunday is my prediction. I don't think it'll be on Tuesday because then they just won't have time to, like, schedule the awards. Is that a fire alarm?
Yeah, is that your fire? Yeah, no, it's your end.
It went away. It's not me. It wasn't in my apartment. Like, it wasn't that loud. It was just very faint.
Yeah, it was very faint. I thought it was my side. That's why I took my headphones.
I'm pretty sure it's like in the building over because I have my window open.
Gotcha.
But yeah, my bad. Sorry for everyone that's listening. Your house is not on fire.
Yeah. So we'll see as things go along here. We'll try to cover as many of them as we can. Obviously, Nintendo's going to be a big one. Nintendo does have a tendency, especially during a regular E3 time, where they'll do it like smack dab in the middle of the day at like, I don't know, 12 noon, and they'll have their show. So, I mean, we have lunch hours, so we would, be able to try to cover those as well and make it work out. So we will see.
It's back.
What?
The beeping.
Can you open your window and shout out, shut up?
The window's already open. That's the problem.
Oh, then just shout.
You guys chill. Stop burning if you're burning. They stopped.
Can y'all stop cooking?
Can you chill?
Oh my god. But yeah, so we'll try to do our very best to cover as much as we possibly can, and bring those live hot reactions to y'all.
Yes.
Hot takes.
Gist. Oh, and the last thing, kind of in the general gaming vicinity before we jump into like PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo specific stuff, the RTX 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti has officially been finally announced. So I will try my very hardest to get one, although it is at the extremely steep price of $1,199 which is...
Did your opinion change overnight? You literally were complaining last night about how you're never going to get one.
I'm still complaining, but I'm going to try to get one.
And why don't you just try to get a 3090 if you're going to do that? I mean, you might as well literally just future-proof yourself.
There's no reason to... The 3090 isn't future-proof. That's the issue. Like, the 3080 Ti is in line with the 3090 in terms of power. The 3090's only advantage over the 3080 Ti is the extra memory, which I don't need because I'm not video editing. So, we'll see. I'm going to try. Best Buy, I can get it with 24-month interest-free financing, so it'll be $50 a month.
Oh yeah, right.
It's a much more easier to swallow.
I love when you say that, and you know damn well that getting it at Best Buy is a hike. Getting it anywhere is a hike. It's more of like a get it wherever you can sort of thing.
I mean, well, I have my Amazon store card, which also offers interest-free payments. So if I get it at Amazon, that works. I also have a Newegg store card, which I've never used, but I opened in anticipation of the graphics card rush. Sorry for the notification sound. That I also got for the graphics card rush and I never used, so the account is just sitting there waiting for me to purchase something. So I've got my bases covered.
They're giving them away right now, Walmart.com.
No, they're not. Don't even.
Oh my god.
There's like 24/7 live streams on YouTube that have audio alerts of when the graphics cards come in or go in stock.
Stop, what?
Yeah, it's like it got recommended to me because I guess I was doing too much Googling. But,
oh my god.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's truly nuts out there.
Could you imagine sleeping and all of a sudden you hear bing, 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 and you like jump out of bed and you're like, oh, graphics card.
But that's like a better way to do it because like I'm in the now in stock Discord to this day. I still haven't left it, and I'm subscribed to RTX 3090 notifications. Discord hates me. It hates sending me notifications on time. It's like, oh, someone sent you this 2 hours ago. I'm like, okay.
No, the problem is because you have it open on your laptop, there's a setting that like prefers the laptop over your phone.
I don't have it open on my laptop. I'm just on my desktop.
Okay, well then you probably have your desktop like active and not.
So most of the time I'll have Discord just minimized, so like the little like red bubble will come up on the thing to tell me that there's a notification.
Check your settings. Check your settings.
No, what I'll do towards the end of the workday especially is I'll just close like X out of Discord, so it's still open in like the task log next to the clock, but it's not minimized. And so I guess that puts it into like a sleep mode where the notifications don't come through on my phone or something because it's like, oh, it's open on your desktop, but like it's not maximized, so I don't see the notifications. Then you text me like an hour later and you're like, did you see my message? I'm like, no. because it didn't do anything. So I don't know. I have to figure out my notification settings, but it hates notifying me. So that's all to say that I haven't ever been on time for trying to get a graphics card to the now in stock thing. So maybe I'll have to focus on these live streams and see. But I'm gonna try for the Best Buy one.
Carlos said, sand in his eyes, reaching for the PC, 3 a.m. haunted purchasing.
About the sleepy seeds.
And then I looked it up. Is that morning eye gunk normal? This comes from the University of Utah. So what exactly is this stuff and where does it come from? Sleep crust is a mix of mucus, exfoliated skin cells, oils, and tears produced or shed by the eye during sleep. It's a natural part of healthy eye function. During the day, all that stuff is washed away by blinking naturally, which keep it from sticking around. But when you're asleep, gravity and the fact that you're not blinking makes it collect in the corner of the eyes.
Nice.
If it's a different color, you should contact a doctor.
If it's a different color, is it not normally like, kind of like a yellowish booger color?
If the discharge is yellow or green, that can be a sign of bacterial conjunctivitis. I said you were dirty. In that case, you should see an ophthalmologist.
What color is it supposed to be?
There are also chronic conditions like blepharitis, dry eye, and allergic conjunctivitis that can also cause sleep crust. In some eyes, it could be enough to make your eyes stick together.
Anyways, we're getting way off topic, and we're an hour into this episode, and we still haven't gotten through, like...
All right, it's Power Hour now. Let's move right into it. PlayStation. Is PlayStation expanding into the mobile realm? This one comes from IGN. The news was revealed thanks to a set of investor relation documents published on May 26th. Within the Spooky. Within the document... Within the document, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan talks about future expansions into the services, mobile, and social arenas, potentially using existing Sony first-party IP. Quote, we have been thinking about how players enjoy our content and have had some early success with experimenting with mobile games and apps to provide more choice to gamers, Ryan notes. More specifically, he points out that PlayStation's roster of first-party IP quote, can transition to smartphone gaming and complement our AAA games or live service games. Quote, we are exploring the mobile market with some wonderful PlayStation franchises, so please stay tuned. Ryan says it's not clear what franchise will be part of these mobile experiments or how these projects will take shape, but it seems fair to expect more mobile experiences from PlayStation in the future as part of a push to, quote, welcome millions of new gamers to the PlayStation family. So, in other news, water is, in fact, wet.
This isn't their first foray into mobile stuff, because they've done those, like, not the play-at-home games, but those, like, local PS4 games, like That's You and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've done those in the past, and those, like, relied on phones. But I guess having, like, a mobile-only experience would be a new thing, so...
Yeah, this isn't surprising. I mean, remember when Nintendo announced that they were going to do mobile games, and everybody was like, "What?"
I mean, that was big because Nintendo never like gives their IPs away like that to other platforms.
Right.
So that was like a huge deal. But PlayStation's like, we can do whatever we want. I guess.
Right.
I mean, not that they've necessarily done it in the past, but yeah.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. So it's we'll see what happens, but I think it's interesting. I don't know how they'll do it, but
I imagine it'll be like Gran Turismo Mobile or something like silly like that. I don't know. Like I don't think it'll be like huge, but I don't know. Could be something. Who knows?
I would agree.
Speaking of nothing related to that, Horizon Forbidden West, which we announced last week, had a state of play on Thursday, and we finally saw the first 14 minutes of gameplay from the game, and it looks fantastic. I'm really excited, but gamers will always be gamers, and there's like all this drama about there's like a really specific like freeze frame from the video with the like Aloy's face, and like it's a really unflattering angle, and she looks like an egghead, and people are like Sony hates gamers, and they're on their quest to make women ugly and blah 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 and SJWs, and oh my god, get over it. Like, she's a fictional character. She's not going to sleep with you. Just move on. Anyways, but gamers will be gamers.
I saw that, and I was like,
the silliest thing. Anyways, more importantly, as previously predicted and reported, your June PlayStation Plus games are indeed going to be Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown on PS4, which will actually be available both June and July, and this is a brand new title. Well, it's a remake of an old title, but it is currently a brand new title. It was just released this week. It is now available for download. Operation Tango, also a brand new game. The PS5 version only is what's available on PlayStation Plus, even though this is available on PS4 as well. You just have to pay for that version. And Star Wars Squadrons, which is PSVR compatible but not required. But you can play it from start to finish in PSVR. So 3 pretty big games. I guess it's interesting that Virtual Fighter is going to be available for both June and July. But that could be a lot of fun. And Operation Tango is like a co-op kind of game. I think we should try it out. It looks like it could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, have any reviews dropped for it yet or no?
I have not looked. Operation Tango, because you get it. It takes 2
espionage action.
It's got
Metacritic.
a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
It's got a 68 on Metacritic.
Well,
apparently it's out on Xbox as well.
oh, interesting. I guess it just came out like literally today. So the reviews on Metacritic are just from like smaller outfits. Like there's no big.
There's a review on DualShockers. Maybe not a review. Never mind, it's not a review. It's a preview. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if we can try it out.
It's free.
Yeah, it is free. But Virtua Fighter 5, the rumor was that they were doing this to push the esports scene for Virtua Fighter, and that they were trying to get it into more people's hands. So this makes sense that they're doing it for June and July. And Star Wars Squadrons, all I have to say is I'm so glad that I held out on that, because I almost bought it for $16 like 100 times last holiday.
And you weren't even going to buy it on PlayStation, right? I think you were trying to
I
buy it on
was going to buy it on
Xbox.
PlayStation. I was going to buy it on PlayStation because I tried it as part of GameStop's like guaranteed to love it program, whatever, where you buy it like the day it comes out and then you have 48 hours to bring it back for a full trade-in value. So I tried it and I'm like, this made me kind of sick. I'm going to take this back and I'll try it when it's like.
Did you try it in VR or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I tried it in VR and it's super cool, but I was like, yeah, this is.
I feel like literally the only way I could play something like that is if I had like a jar of pickled ginger next to me. I could just constantly eat, because like ginger's a natural like anti-nausea kind of thing. So I feel like that would be the only way I could like do that. Or maybe I should look into those relief bands. You don't like pickled ginger? Pickled ginger's so good. There's this band called the Relief Band, and it's like actual clinically proven to work. And it's like for people that get like car sick or motion sick. Or like VR sickness, you wear the band and it like works on like a pressure point to stop nausea. It's a little expensive though, but apparently it works. Like it's actually clinically proven to work.
Is there one that reduces stress and anxiety? Because I'll take 3 of them.
I don't know about all that, but the Relief Band specifically like targets if you get nausea, which I kind of like would like to, just so I could play VR comfortably and like try all these games that I want to play in VR without.
Holy shit! I see this
like
one.
I'm gonna die. So. Maybe it's a worthy investment. Maybe I'll finally invest in an Oculus.
$200 United States dollars.
Yeah, it's a little expensive, but if it works.
Wait, a charging cable and 1 7.5 milliliter tube of hypoallergenic conductivity gel?
What? Do you have to refill that?
How does it work? It generates a proprietary pulse that stimulates the median nerve, which is located on the underside of the wrist. These signals travel through the body's nervous system to the part of the brain which controls nausea, retching, and vomiting. The signals have a rebalancing effect, normalizing nerve messages from the brain to the stomach and reducing symptoms of nausea, retching, and vomiting. Wait, hold on. We're really off track here tonight. Does Relief Band work for other indications such as hangovers? Relief Band is indicated for use in the prevention and treatment of nausea and vomiting due to motion sickness, chemotherapy, and morning sickness associated with pregnancy. Relief Band is also indicated as an adjunct to antiemetics in reducing post-operative nausea. Relief Band is now approved to prevent and treat nausea associated with hangovers, anxiety, and physician-diagnosed migraines?
It now is approved to do so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting is right. You just wear this as you drink, and you wake up, and it's like, hey, I don't want to throw up anymore.
I mean, I think you'd still have the headache. I think that's
Here you go. Do I have to use gel for it to work? Yes, the gel provides a more comfortable and effective delivery of therapy. You should use a drop about the size of a small pea. The drop should be spread in a circular motion onto the skin until a sheen remains, covering an area of a large coin, a quarter, at the intended contact location on the underside of your wrist.
Interesting.
That is so wild. Anyways, I never knew about that.
But yeah, it was randomly like an Instagram ad. I think it's because like my Instagram is really just roller coasters, And so that's like kind of goes hand in hand. It's like, oh, you get motion sickness from roller coasters, ride these. I'm like, I don't, thankfully. But if it works for, you said like migraines and stuff.
Yeah,
I know somebody that could
I know
possibly
somebody
benefit.
that gets migraines as well. Her name is Lauren. Yes, that's why I just sent to you on Discord. I'll have to read into that later. Add it to the wish list. All right, let's bring it down home. What do we got on the Xbox front? Ahmed, tell me.
Xbox games with gold for June have been announced, and we got this one comes straight from the Xbox blog, by the way. This one's so we got The King's Bird, which is available June 1st to 30th. Shadows Awakening, available June 16th to July 15th. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, available June 1st to 15th. And Injustice Gods Among Us, available June 16th to the 30th. I wonder how they determine these like weird windows that the games are going to be available. But
they usually just do it for the yeah, like the one that's a month. I don't understand. Well, I see what you're saying. So there's a month, and then a month, and then
like a half
2 weeks and 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I think it's the Xbox 3. Oh, I don't know.
The 360 ones are the ones that are only available for 2 weeks, which are Neo Geo Battle Coliseum and Injustice Gods Among Us.
There might be certain contractual limits with like how long they can give them away for free with the 360 games. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? And I'm assuming that King's Bird and Shadows Awakening are newer games.
No, you don't assume that with these games, because like for PlayStation, it's like usually newer games, especially PS5 games, are like brand new because there's so few. But with these games with gold games, they're giving away the trash, unfortunately.
Well, the King's Bird looks like a side-scrolling platformer-ish. It kind of reminds me a lot of Grease in terms of art style, and it does look newer. It's available on Series X and S.
I mean, it came out August 23rd, 2018.
That's new-ish. That's like modern era. It's not like from 2012 or 2010. Like the other two.
Yeah, no, that's that. Yeah, no. Well, the other two are 360 games. So
yes.
Yeah, Shadows Awakening came out August 31st, 2018. Anyway, these are old ass games.
And then on the Game Pass side of things, we're welcoming 4 new games. So we got The Wild at Heart, which is an ID at Xbox game, is available today, only on cloud. Only on cloud? That's strange. Usually that's like cloud in conjunction with something else, but sure.
It probably means that it's already available on console.
Maybe. For Honor on cloud and console coming June 3rd. Backbone coming to PC on June 8th. And Darkest Dungeon coming to cloud, console, and PC on June 10th. There's also a few like DLC game updates. Gears 5 is getting a Pride Rewards Punch card. I don't know. Human Fall Flat's getting a Series X and S update and a new forest level. I don't know, just a bunch of random little updates and things like that. Nothing too crazy to write home about. But yeah,
I think it's funny that For Honor is premiering on Game Pass. This game should have been free like years ago.
Oh, I thought you meant premiering like it just came out. I was like, hasn't this game been out forever? Like,
yeah, no, it's that Ubisoft game that they like really put their neck behind, and then it turned out not being good.
I mean, I feel like a lot of these games that are like blood, glory, like fight with the biggest swords, weapons, and it's like these are not good games. Just like Godfall, like that was their whole thing, was like fight with the craziest weapons. And I don't know, once you give me like an action movie pitch like that where it's like the biggest explosions, I know it's gonna be bad. Right, I just turn off my brain.
Brain emptied,
basically.
You know what you got to turn your brain back on for is this Nintendo news tonight.
Let's go. Finish out strong.
All right. So, big announcements on the Pokemon front. So, kind of a couple tweets popped out, and there was a lot of rumors leading up to this, like pretty much in the, I don't know, hour-ish leading up to it. But we now have dates for Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. We've got release dates for all 3 of them, starting with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which officially launched on Nintendo Switch on November 19th, 2021, and Pokemon Legends Arceus arriving just a couple months later on January 28th, 2022, which is shocking because this was one of the games that I expect to come out in holiday of 2022. Little did I know it would come out in January of 2022. So, pretty awesome stuff. The box arts were released for all 3 of these games. Pokemon Legends Arceus probably with the nicest box art, revealing like the, not, I guess more of the like the drawn whatever. It's just a really nice box art, but it looks like more like a hand drawn as opposed to a 3D look like the games actually look.
Yeah.
So it's super nice, and kind of harkens back to the older games. Whereas Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have these new like 3D models of Palkia and Dialga, which people are not crazy about.
I thought they looked nice, but then again, I'm a fake Pokemon fan, so I'm not even a real Pokemon fan. But
yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what people expected, but whatever.
I don't know, they look fine to me.
Gamers are gonna be gamers, right? Haha.
That's correct. Anyways,
like, I think Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have like two of the nicer box arts. But I don't know, I'm a sucker for like the hand drawn look.
Yeah, I guess the Arceus, which I say Arceus in my head, but whatever. They look more like or it kind of harkens back to Breath of the Wild. Very similar style.
Right. So this will be like the first truly open world Pokemon game, which is kind of why I think they do that with that mountain in the background and everything.
Yep. It's like, you see that mountain distance, you can go there. It's like, what makes you think that I want to?
That was so weird. And then as soon as you pick up the game, you're like, I want to go there.
And you're like, yes. I think the reason that I haven't like gotten back into Breath of the Wild is because I know that when I play that game, I spend so much time doing like the most pointless shit. I'm like, I have to climb this mountain for no reason. I just need to see what's up there. I just want to like see if there's a secret or see if there's like a shrine that I haven't found yet or whatever. I don't know. I spend so much time roaming, which is the fun of it, but at the same time, that's why I haven't got back into it, because I'm like, oh, this is gonna take forever. I have to like carve out like 5 hours of my life. But anyways, maybe once I get the new Nintendo Super Switch Pro Ultra 5G XL, I'll have more time to do it. So it is as the prophecy
is that the
foretold.
name?
No, that's the official name. But a lot of people on Twitter, Super Nintendo Switch was trending for a while because people were like, if they don't call it this, they're missing out. And honestly, I would agree.
They're not wrong. They're 100% not
really
wrong.
Not wrong. But so rumors are swirling extremely that the new Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Pro or Super Nintendo Switch, whatever you want to call it, will be announced as soon as this week. Really, the rumors started last week, and the rumors was that it was going to be announced last week, but it was not, obviously, seeing as we're here today. So the rumor is that possibly by as soon as Thursday that it'll be released, which is kind of doubled down on based on there's like a really reputable retailer like screenshot leak or something, which no one actually saw, but someone tweeted about. So, take this with as many grains of salt as possible, but there apparently will be a listing that goes up come June 4th, which is Friday. So if they announce it on Thursday, then that would make sense. So this one actually, so the rumors all started, this one comes from Bloomberg.com. Nintendo Co. plans to begin assembly of its new Switch as soon as July and release the upgraded replacement for its 4-year-old game console in September or October, people familiar with the matter said. The new console, likely to be priced higher than the $299 original, may be announced ahead of the E3 conference starting June 12th to allow publishers to showcase their full range of Switch games at the global event, the people said, asking not to be named because the plans are not yet public. It will be sold alongside the $199 Switch Lite, with the standard Switch phased out over time. So super, super exciting, and it would make sense that if Nintendo's press conference is like later in the event, but they still want publishers to showcase like enhanced for Switch Pro in their game reels like Ubisoft on Saturday or whatever, then that they would announce it beforehand. So that is where the rumor mill has started churning that it will be announced either this week or next week. So super, super exciting. It's finally happening. I feel like we've been begging for this for years now. So looking forward to it.
Let's go. I'm so excited. So the thing with the retailer listing actually came from like this, I don't know if they're credible or not, but I was scrolling through and it seems like they had some leaks that actually panned out, and like some exclusive artwork and stuff like that. But it comes from Central Leaks, who has 100,000 followers. So they went through and they posted some like, oh, interesting. They have an update. All right, hold the phone. Let's see.
We got breaking news hour.
All right, let's see. They said we have received and verified a screenshot from a big retailer's internal system that shows a new Switch hardware-related listing that will go live on June 4th around midnight. That's all we have for now. There's no other data or attributes in the listing right now. Also, so an hour ago they said also worth noting this specific listing is a non-U.S. listing from a U.S. retailer. That should give you a hint at what retailer it is. A non-U.S. listing from a U.S. retailer? Amazon?
Amazon Canada or Walmart Canada? Which one is the one that's like really bad at leaking stuff?
Oh yeah, it's Amazon Canada, or Walmart Canada. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then so they said update. There's a second listing that has a June 30th date, probably a placeholder. The June 4th date is oddly specific though. And then they tweeted a little bit later on and said, "You've seen both listings already."
You've seen both listings already.
Let's see.
I
guess they're calling. Oh, the name was dummied out. Someone said, "Oh, so it's Amazon Mexico," which there's an Amazon Mexico link that had come out that said Nintendo Switch Pro or something like that. That was like last week. But
right. That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, look. I mean, it's super interesting. I think there's still other rumors for a Thursday reveal. So I think if there is a Thursday reveal, we'll likely hear an announcement tomorrow that they're going to do a reveal on Thursday, if it's a Nintendo Direct style. Yeah. If it's not, then they'll just shadow drop it Thursday at some point and just, be done with it.
Yeah. I'm predicting that it will be, if we're going to do a quick round of predictions, I'm predicting that it'll be the same size in terms of like the physical shell, but the screen will obviously like be much bigger and have like as minimal of a bezel as possible. But the same size is important just to like make sure that Joy-Cons are still compatible and that they don't look awkward on like a system if that's like smaller or bigger. But same size, probably the same thickness. I can't imagine that they'd go thinner again because of the Joy-Con thing. Unless they like release totally, redesign Joy-Cons and suddenly all your existing Joy-Cons are, useless. But that definitely a fix for Joy-Con drift. So probably like updated analog sticks and things like that. And, obviously just faster processor, but definitely a bezel-less screen, I think, is like the big thing to kind of differentiate. But,
yeah. So, there was a...
Oh, and DLSS support. But I don't think Nintendo would talk about that because it's like a technical thing. And I feel like they don't talk about the technical things in their presentations.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the tweet. There was a tweet that kind of went through, and it was like, yes, the Nintendo or the Bloomberg report is real.
And it's from that girl like Emily something or whatever.
Yeah, Emily Rogers has been pretty spot on with a lot of the stuff that she's posted, but
yes.
She didn't post that. It was another tweet that was like, the Bloomberg thing is real, it does 4K docked, and it had some details on it. So,
yeah.
There was one that was, I'll try to see if I can find the tweet before we round up here, but it was like, it has a Surface-style slider or slide-out like kickstand, like
a better kickstand than that stupid flimsy one that we have right now.
Yeah, so like the whole thing would like pop out. So, tonight at 8:22. There's so much shit happening with this Nintendo Switch Pro. Okay, so someone tweeted here, Spepshul Nick, who's this? Nick
Spepshul.
What's your co-founder of Xbox Era, co-host of the Xbox Era podcast? Said, at the moment I'm told the Super Nintendo Switch, that's what I want the name to be, damn it. Direct Mini Direct announcement is scheduled for Thursday, but it's been pushed before, could be again. This was from yesterday. So it'd be super interesting to see what happens. Still looking for that article.
I am predicting that we're gonna have our Direct on Thursday. But usually they announce the Direct
full Direct though 2
days in advance, don't they?
No,
really?
They've done them. Yeah, they've done
like tomorrow kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and like I was telling you before, I wouldn't be surprised if they just dropped it in a tweet. Like, hey, look, we've Nintendo Switch Pro releases this September. Look out for pre-orders this summer or whatever.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I just want this damn thing to be announced and be done with it.
Yes, so I can buy it and spend more money on things. Can't wait.
Yeah, I know. I do think it'll be 400 though, but I think it'd be silly if it was 400 and they went and they discontinued the regular Switch, because you have a $200 gap then between the Switch Pro and the Switch Lite, which I think is too big.
That's almost why I feel like it won't be necessarily 400. It might be 350, because 400 is like an Xbox Series S.
Right.
So
right.
I feel like Nintendo always wants to remain the budget option. So I feel like 350 is the price point, but we'll find out soon enough. I don't even know if like when it's revealed we'll get a price. We probably won't, but who knows? Maybe we will.
Yeah, I think maybe I think they would.
It's possible.
I think they would, and if they don't, it'll be tucked away in a press release.
Yeah.
The way I can't find this damn tweet, oh my gosh.
It's fine, we believe you. All right, we are now at officially an hour and a half. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying for the whole episode. If you're, listening in your car and work or in the gym or doing whatever you might be doing, but I think it's time we wrap up.
It is about that time, huh? I guess I'm never gonna find this tweet. It's fine. Hopefully, in just 48 short hours, we'll know.
Hopefully. Y'all was talking. We really were. All right. Now we'll cease talking. This has been episode 116 of What the Funcast. This is Paul and Ahmed signing off.
Peace.